Hello everyone, welcome back to another session by K21 Academy. Today our expert trainer will be discussing about Azure Resource Manager. So let's get into the video.
This is your resource manager. These are different ways in which you can connect, right? I have created this authentication here, but yes, anyhow it is directly connected with your Azure Resource Manager. So first authentication will happen and then only other resources creations and all those things will happen, right? These are few specific things that they are mentioning here. Enables you to work with resources in your solution as a group. What is that group? That group is called as resource group, the one which we have just seen, right? Deploy, update, edit in a single coordinated operation. So when you are creating, for an example, VM, there are multiple resources that are related. Who is going to create those other resources as a coordinated operation? Your ARM template is going to the ARM template, your Azure Resource Manager, your resource manager basically is going to do that. You can also provide security auditing and tagging features, so we'll understand more about this. Okay, so it also provides a consistent management layer, because at management part of the things you are not doing anything. This ARM template or this the Azure Resource Manager is working as an orchestrator to perform that management layer of the things for you in order to deploy the resources. Now there are different terminologies that are there. First of all, resource, it's a simply single service instance in Azure. Resource group is a logical grouping of resources, right? So you can use, so for, why resource group will get created? First of all, as we know that first resource that will get created is resource group. Inside that you are creating multiple resources, r1, r2, r3, like this, right? So it's a logical grouping of multiple resources. We'll get to know more about why this resource group is also important. So as you will start working on Azure portal, you will get to know more about it, because you can perform, if you want to delete multiple, if you want to delete resources inside, or all the resources inside this resource group, you just delete this resource group, all the resources will get deleted, like that. Now there is something called as Azure Resource Manager template, right? It's a JSON file, JavaScript object notation file, that's allow you to declaratively describe a set of resources. Where we can use this JSON template, we'll discuss about it. Okay, there is also something called as declarative syntax, is what template uses to state what you intend to create. So this ARM template uses JSON. This ARM template is a kind of JSON file which uses declarative syntax. We'll discuss about this declarative syntax and how basically it looks like, right? And here, when you are saying declarative syntax, you are just saying, you will just tell the uh, Azure Resource Manager, I intend to create a virtual machine. That is what my intention is. Now this is, I have just declared it, right? Now rest of the different resources that has to be created in order to support that particular virtual machine will be taken care by Azure Resource Manager, right? So you'll understand more about Azure Resource Manager template. Now resource provider, the one which I have just discussed, resource provider is a service that supplies the resources you can deploy and manage through resource group. So it basically, it supplies the resources that I am going to deploy and manage on our resource manager, which is basically ARM template, ARM portal, your Azure, right? So these things are there. More thing about resource group, it can only exist in one resource group. Groups cannot be renamed. Once you created a resource group, it cannot be renamed, right? So groups can have resources of many different types. So it can be a virtual machine, it can be a database, it can be a storage account, it can be a web app. So inside a resource group you can create multiple resources, and they can be deployed in different regions also. So we'll understand more about regions. Deployment is incremental in the sense, like if you are going to deploy a new resource in an existing resource group which is having multiple resources, it will not remove all the resources inside that resource group and will deploy that resource, right? It will add up the new resource which you are going to deploy in an existing resource group.
So guys, this was our expert from Team K21 Academy. And if in case you missed upon anything or if you could not understand anything from what our trainers explained, then we have something really special for you. We have our free class on Microsoft Azure Admin Certification for beginners along with some question and answers. Under this class, you'll be learning about who should learn Azure Cloud and why. We'll be learning about Azure Certification Roadmap for beginners and a lot of demos about Azure core services, more than 30 plus hands-on labs and whatnot. And if you want to register for this free class, then you just have to log on to k21academy.com /AZ-10402. So just now, let me just give you a demo for the same. Alright, so what you have to do is just open your browser and type k21academy.com /AZ-10402. After that, you'll be seeing a page like this. You just have to click on book your seats now. And after that, just select an event date when you're available, add your name, add your email address, add your phone number, and click on yes, save my seat now. Moving ahead, you'll be seeing this kind of link on the extreme right. Just save that link, add it to your calendars, and I'll see you in this class. Till then, take care and keep learning.